Hello, hello, welcome back, welcome back. So I thought it was a bit of fun. I threw down the gauntlet over at Patreon and over at Instagram and asked if you wanted to challenge me to try and get some Soundgarden tones. So your favourite Soundgarden tones. I think we've got about 13 of them or so. Just a round number, you know. And you did. So we've got lots and lots to choose from. I think we've got about 13 across like 3 albums and some singles. So let's crack right on with it, shall we? Now this one's good fun. Birth Ritual. I think it was initially recorded way back when, and then they ended up re-releasing it later on. So yeah, so it's an old one, but it has got its own distinctive tone. And the tone I'm going for is this. Alright, now you may be a little bit surprised at which pedal I'm using for this. That's right, this pedal was less than 30 quid, that's pounds, including like a £5 postage. It was super cheap, it even came with its own adapter and everything. And it came wrapped in a big plastic bag as well, which, you know, it's just grunge. I mean, why bother putting it in a box, right? Amazing, just amazing stuff. It actually sounds all right. I mean, for this sort of stuff, it's perfect. So I'll do a bit more on this pedal because it is a lot of fun. But anyway, I'm going to try and play the intro as well. All it is some reversed guitars. So I took a snippet of it, reversed it so I could hear it playing forwards, and I'm going to play it forwards and then reverse it and see if it sounds like the original. Okay, so the right way around it goes like this. Let's reverse that and see if it sounds like the original. Now that is not bad. I think that's pretty close. There we go. I'll give myself a B- on that one. Next tune. Now that tone also works for Mailman, believe it or not. And you've got to detune these two strings. I think it's C and G. So they're down a little way, but check it out. Now, a lot of the riffs use the same tone. I tweaked and twiddled and twiddled and tweaked, but and I've played along with the tracks as well, and you know, it's pretty much there with these settings, right? So this will cover off the next few riffs, right? First up is Jesus Christ Posed. It's in drop D, and the intro has 2 guitar parts, one playing and the other guitar's just playing it 1 octave above. So let me turn my looper on and we'll combine those two, right? So we're going to play. All right. And that's it. So that's the intro section, and the main riff goes like this. that's that one. Now, next one up is Spoonman's. Again, exact same settings. And it's in the same tuning as well, both in drop D. It goes like this. And then the other riff goes. So that's that. Now another cracking one we've got is Blind Dogs, which is super Led Zeppelin, right? So again, same tones, and I think it sounds pretty close. Let me know what you think. So that's it. Again, another one in drop D. Don't worry about these. I'm going to do lessons for all of these, so I will teach you the riffs. Love that. That is very addictive to play. Now, there is another one, or two maybe. Let me check. Now, the next one that uses a very similar tone is Slaves and Bulldozers. Again, it's in drop D. So we're making life easy for ourselves. And that riff goes like this. Alright, let me chuck that into the looper as well. So that part's in the looper, and if we play that with... And I think we have our two parts. Let's give it a go. Something like that anyway. Now one more we're going to do in exactly this tone, and that is 4th of July, which is in this weird tuning. Now, that goes like this. This next tone is from Overfloater, from the album Down on the Upside. And again, we're in a little drop D tuning. And it's a very light sort of overdrive. And I'm using my Odyssey, so there's the settings. This is the only... I think this is the only tune I use the Odyssey for. It's just a very, very lovely, light sort of amp overdrive. So, it sounds like this. Now the tone from this isn't just all the sound coming out of the box, right? Well, that box. It's more to do with the dynamics that are being played. So there's a bit of palm muting in there. So there's a bit more to it than just out and out riffage there, but I think that's fairly close. Let's do the next one, shall we? Right, next up we're back over to the Friedman again. Slightly different tweaking of the settings for the Friedman, and I think this is pretty close. It's in a drop D again, and this is one of my favourites, Outshined. Don't worry, the full lessons are all coming. Here's a couple of riffs anyway. And then there's this riff. This is one of Kim's, and it's just awesome, especially with Chris's vocal. It goes like this. And then you've got the... stuff. Anyway, I get a bit carried away there. Now there's one other track which you requested that also shares a very, very similar tone profile to this one, and that is Rhinosaur. Let's have a look at that one. This is another one from the Down on the Upside album, and again, this is another Led Zeppelin-esque type tune, isn't it? So we've got that that going on. Right, here's the riff. Just, that is marvellous, marvellous fun to play. And again, doing lessons for all of these, do not worry. That, such a groove. That's the first beat there. That is just marvellous, marvellous, marvellous. And that's the tone I've gone for there. I think it sounds similar. It's got that kind of, it's very articulate. Now you can hear. Now these next two have wah in them. I think the settings are subtly different. Again, I'm using my Friedman for this one, and I'm using the same wah settings. But it's just basically heel position, right, for this. And this one's Rusty Cage. It's just amazing. So that intro section is the main tone, right? That's one guitar. The other guitar then plays... So that's what the two guitar parts are doing there, right? With the wah right back. And then you're into the main riff, right? And the main riff is just... it's a difficult phrase to get your head around, let alone sing over. I don't know how he does that. I mean, the just concentrating on this riff is difficult enough, because this bit, that feels like it's almost the second half of the riff, and it isn't. It's the first half of the riff, and then you're going to play. So it would sound more natural for me if it was. But it's not. It's the opposite of that, right? It goes like this. It's madness, absolute madness, but an absolute beauty of a tune. And yes, I will be doing the full lesson very soon. Okay, the next one is awesome. We're going to spend a little bit of time on this one. It's got wah, it's got these Friedman BE-OD settings. Chris, his guitar plays quite straight in this, really. So Kim starts off the intro. Now I don't know this one, so I will peer down here at my tab. Okay, so let me try and play through the first bit for you. Awesome. Right, now I'm going to play along with that loop, okay? And Chris's part on its own goes like this. 3, 4, 1. And I'm using the same settings for Chris's sound, okay? So 3, 4. Just great stuff, isn't it? Super simple, but incredibly effective. We're going to play this next riff as well because it's awesome. Same tone, just the wah's off, okay? And that sounds cool because it's in a weird open tuning, right? It's in this open tuning. But you can play every chord with one finger. Round it goes, that bit. So good, isn't it? Man, I could play that very often. Again, we're gonna do lessons for all of these. Don't worry, we will do lessons for all of these. What's next? Now, for this last one, we're going to look at Blow Up the Outside World. It's an absolute beauty of a tune, and it's super simple, but it's kind of, it's very Beatles inspired, I think. I've got no pedals on for this apart from my tremolo, and I'm using the line 6 for that, which is this. So you're going to hear that. That's roughly the same tempo, I think. And then I'm just going for a little touch of amp distortion, right? So without the line 6. So it sounds clean when you're picking, but then when you dig in, you can hear a little bit of breakup. Which is always how I have my amp set up, and then let the pedals do the rest of the work, or let the pedals push the amp to do some more work, I should say. So that goes like this. Just lovely. I love playing that. Anyway, that is it. I think I've done all of them. I hope I haven't missed one out, because I'll have to come back and record some more stuff. And that was good fun. So I hope you enjoyed that. A little bit different. Thought we'd have a look at the tones rather than just banging through tab the whole time. But fear not, as I have promised several times in this video, we're definitely going to be doing all of these tunes. In the not too distant future either. I'll crack on with them, don't worry. That's it from me, so thanks again for everyone who asked for these. Patrons, you're all legends, thank you so much again. So take it easy, see you soon, bye bye.